Tristan, topic lists. Go. Chop, chop.
Malachi's computer.
Chop, chop.
That's all I know about. Oh, wait. Heroes of the Galaxy 2.
Heroes of the Galaxy 2.
Heroes of the Universe 2. Sorry.
No spoilers.
Yes.
No spoiler.
Spoiler-free Heroes of the Universe 2. 3.
Heroes of the Universe 3. That's so correct, Tristan.
Wait, what's GOTG? Shouldn't that say HOTU? V3?
What? No, it's not Heroes of the Universe.
It'll be okay, Malix Kai.
Alex Kai.
We're going to have a full podcast before we actually get to the podcast.
That should actually say Hot Mess 3. Because that's what we're doing right now.
Oh, goodness.
This is the Player 4 Podcast. Join us each week as we talk about video games, entertainment, and pop culture, and bring in guests from the Rooster Teeth community. Player 4 has entered the game.
It's time for the Player 4 Podcast!
Are we the Sex Fun Shackle Boys?
What?
Oh, the Six for Shackle Boys.
Hello, I am Tristan, aka Shabrazier, on the Rooster Teeth website.
I am Alex, aka Chaos Black 21.
I'm Malachi, a.k.a. Suki Kiba.
Fun fact, I'm Joseph, aka J Dunlap.
Knowledge drop.
That was a great fact.
Yeah, it was. Also, fun fact, I enjoyed that I don't have to record anymore. Malachi does it for me.
It's a pre-packaged fact.
What?
You know what I miss, guys?
That.
I miss the midnight snacks.
Midnight snacks?
I don't.
Those were pretty late.
That's why they were called midnight snacks. I just miss saying it.
The thing is,
Okay.
they were midnight snacks for us, but then when we released them, they weren't midnight snacks anymore. So it was like, people would listen to it like, what? This came out like at 2:30 on this day.
Hello, you are not listening to a midnight snack.
Is that your sexy voice?
No, maybe.
I was gonna say, it kind of sounded almost like a cross between a sexy voice and like a horror, like, villain's voice. Okay, that was more sexy.
So, what are we talking about today? Deleted message, podcast topics, YouTube comments. Oh, good. We're going to talk about some YouTube comics. Comics?
Yeah.
Comics. YouTube comics. Mal's computer.
Yo, computer!
GOTGV2 thoughts, which is actually HOTUV3 thoughts.
It is Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, Heroes of the Universe.
No!
Volume 3. Episode 4.
Ugh.
Part 1.
Tell me about these YouTube
F1.
comments. Hey, Hot Mess 75. Tell me about these YouTube comments.
Why am I Hot Mess 75? Breaker. Yeah, so we had some YouTube comments recently, and these aren't just from me and Tristan. So
It's true. Usually they are me.
yeah,
Or
so what is it? The first Wednesday of the month we have our live streams?
First Wednesday of every month.
Mhm.
Yes. So for April, we had our good friend Guaco from Norway, my way, all the ways.
Norge.
And he commented on the live stream because he got around to. No, I think he saw it after it came out. He wanted to come in and clarify something, so he commented on the live stream in which he was part of in the April live stream, and he said that he checked the fact about the equator thing, and it's nearly true. Norway's coastline is actually about 2.5 times the size of the equator. Not 3 as he said, but almost.
Well, okay. I'll accept it if there's more than one source of backing up data. I just want to know, when you say the size of the equator, are we talking the diameter of the Earth or the circumference of the Earth?
I just find it interesting that both sources are still Guaco.
Well, the size of the...
I'm not
I
going
only
to
listened to
reveal the
half
source.
of what you just... I only listened to 2.5% of what you said.
And also, when you say the size, are you talking about just the width of it or the circumference?
I think it's just
Thank
you
you
can
for
wrap
repeating my
the
question.
coastline around the Earth 2.5 times.
Well, you said diameter, Tristan. I'm talking just the width of the band.
Yeah, just the
What's the
circumference.
band?
I'm not confused by this. Why are you confused by this, Tristan?
Because size
when he
doesn't
says,
mean anything. When you're talking about the globe, if you stretch it across the circle, that's a diameter. But if you go around the globe, that's a circumference.
Yeah, it's circumference.
It's circumference?
Yeah.
That's incredibly long.
That seems
Well, yes,
impossible.
because all
That's
the
3.14 times the diameter, which means
quote
that
the-
it's over 6 times the diameter of the Earth.
to quote the great Slarty Bartfist,
Oh my
the
god,
little
no.
fiddly bits are what you're stretching out.
Hate you.
I told you it wasn't important.
thank you, Hot Mess 75.
Just wanted to take a moment to say that since we're talking about Guaco Snow and his Norwegian fun facts, fun fact of today is it's May 17th here in the US. It was May 17th up until a couple hours ago in Norge, and apparently May the 17th is a important holiday. It's like National Norway Day in Norway. According to him,
Norway Day.
it's National Norway Day. Shut up. We asked him what they call it because we all said Happy Norway Day to him when he told us about it, and he said, "Well, it's just called May the 17th." So we just said Happy May the 17th.
What's
You
like
see-
July 4th?
Yeah.
But we also call it Independence Day.
hmm
No, that's two different holidays.
You're fired. You're fired.
They just-
Oh,
from
I forgot. Independence Day is the day that we defeat the aliens.
It's true.
Yeah, I thought
Exactly.
that was a movie.
Twice.
Twice. Using the same tactics.
And it's not just our Independence Day, it's everyone's Independence Day.
Yeah. So moving right along, there was another comment referring to the May live stream where we had Timothy Emery.
That was like a year ago or something.
That was
2 weeks ago.
Woohoo! I was surprised. I got Joseph bad.
And it released last week, the recorded part.
Yes.
Was released.
It was not long ago. Timothy Emery said that he dislikes hearing himself from recordings, which no one ever said ever.
No one's ever said they hate hearing their self.
I love hearing myself on recordings.
Of course you do.
I love hearing you too.
You know what you
Because-
love hearing yourself say?
It sounds like, but I sound like Caboose when I on the recording. So I basically I feel like I'm listening to Joel.
Are you calling my girlfriend a cow?
I think you just called her a slut.
Also, Timothy enjoyed the recording, though.
I'm happy for him.
You love the
should
Tristan
listen-
cast.
It's a Tristan cast. It was the best Tristan cast ever. I gave you the slate, so you can put that on things now.
So that's all I had. See you guys later.
Okay. Good night, everybody. Hashtag goodbye.
So I posted something on Twitter, a picture that we should throw up now. Blech!
Hey,
Throw
that's
up on
my
the
You better
vomiting
send me the
sound.
picture then.
It
We need to
is-
do more Twitter games.
Yeah, we should. I want to do a table read for our June and July live streams, by the way. So, Malachi, the picture I threw up on the Player 4 Twitter is of you proudly gesturing towards something that arrived in the mail. What is it?
Oh my god! It's so beautiful. It makes me feel like a little boy again.
He was gonna say something else for a second.
I
Like
maybe-
changed voice.
No, I finally got around and worked with Tristan, talking about some parts for my new PC, and we got them ordered all of them at once. So now I'm going to be running a beautiful 1060 NVIDIA chipset EVGA video card.
That was just the most awkward way to say that.
Yes, I'm super excited. Nothing's going to sound correct because I'm just like thinking all the wonderful things that I'm going to do with this beautiful computer.
Whenever I see tech like that all ready for me to mess with, something stands on end, and it ain't the hair on the back of my neck.
And I got an i7 Devil's Canyon processor with Corsair power supply, some Corsair Vengeance RAM cards.
Vengeance.
Yes.
Do you have a 4K wall?
No.
Well, better return.
But
it.
neither does Joseph, so...
Hey, that reminds me. Let's add one more topic after this where I talk about something about my 4K wall.
I love
It's
how
not on the
late-
podcast
Oh,
topics,
okay.
though.
Hang on.
It
No.
is now.
How do you spell ad anus? Addendum.
No, how do you spell 4K?
I think it's
Or
FOREKAY.
Thank
So-
you.
Yeah, I'm going to be putting that together tonight, and I'm going to be super
Joseph's
fancy.
foreplay wall. Wait,
I'm sorry,
what?
Malachi.
You have a quotation mark where the apostrophe should be.
I was holding the shift.
He was holding
button
shift the
down.
whole time.
I know. I released shift so that I could get the number
so
4.
so you should type 4 instead of $sign.
To also add, this is going to be my first PC I've ever put together myself from scratch. I did buy a pre-built PC, the one I'm using now, that's actually considered like a mini, a compact PC, which... which I've had to replace the video card in after 6 years. It the RAM crapped in it, and then I had to replace the power supply because it literally snapped. Like, I seen smoke coming out of it, and it, like, fried. It was gorgeous to watch, and terrible at the same time. So, I'm super excited about putting this together.
Put it all together.
I want to put it all
Yeah.
together. A brand new
Hopefully
PC!
It will be better than Tristan's computer in that it won't keep shutting down randomly.
Malachi, hey. That's a low blow. Malachi, how long has this been in the works?
A year and a half because I'm poor.
Or because you're lazy.
I'm poor. Dude, I don't have money like you moneybags. Leave me alone.
Hey, you're the one who roped me into helping you get this thing together over a year ago. Almost 2 years ago.
You know what? It was good to discuss all the parts, so I spent
I actually
my
remember
money
those
comfortably.
discussions too. I was
Yeah.
part of them.
It was fun, and I enjoyed it, and it was a wonderful thing to do. I'm sorry that you hated spending so much time.
I'm going to commit any less painless.
I'm sorry you hate spending time with me so much, and you didn't want to talk about computers, and I'm such a pain in the butt.
Is that the smallest violin you're playing?
Yeah, it's the smallest violin song from SpongeBob.
Anyway,
But this is serious.
honestly, yeah, it's been quite a while, but like I said, I finally got the money put aside for it, and then we are here now.
Well, good for you, Mal. I look forward to hopefully seeing pictures of it all together.
Oh, you will. Trust me. Oh, you will. And it'll be used for editing the podcast.
Woo!
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
All right.
All over the place.
Well,
Fork
then,
in
that
him.
takes us to what used to be our last topic, now isn't. Heroes of the Universe,
No!
Episode 3.
I want to tack this
Boy,
on after Mal's computer talk so we can get on to Heroes of the Universe Volume 3.
You said that it
God.
was an addendum to the whole thing.
No,
Tell us
I
about
said I
your
was...
foreplay wall.
So for those lacking context, Tristan got a nap today.
It was a fun nap.
I don't want to know. But, anyway, this week Gina and I reorganized the living room, and I went on the internets, ordered 2 new bookshelves because we're overflowing with board games and movies. And
That is never a bad thing either.
no, it's not. It's just that when we first... Oh, let me think. So we had one of those bookshelves you get from Walmart that's in 2 parts, and you put the 2 parts together, and one of the parts collapsed, just fell apart. As a result, we didn't have room for all our movies and games anymore. And we go to the store and we see like the $5 bin and we're like, what? Death Race 1 and 2? What? Clash and Wrath of the Titans? All in the little 2 DVDs in 1 case thing.
What?
So-
Trolls 2?
No.
Yes.
What? Hot Mess 3? So
Goodness.
we also have a lot of VHS tapes and video games that don't have anywhere to go. So I got some more bookshelves for that, as well as for all our board games and deck builders and things like that for when we have company. The other reason for reorganizing the living room was we had the projector. We would temporarily set it up on a TV tray in front of the TV, facing the back wall of the living room. And that was fine. That's where there was blank space on the wall, as long as we took down the 3 picture frames. The problem was when we had company, they'd have to sit in chairs, because the futon was basically not a good place to sit because the screen was right above you. You could sit on the left seat or you could sit in a chair. So we reorganized everything. We pushed things away from the back wall. We pushed the futon forward about 6 feet. And we pushed the couch over a little bit, and we pushed the rug, and then we chopped off the top half of the entertainment center. It was a giant hunk of wood, and now it's just a table. When we lay down
your new table.
Yes. So we have a flat screen that we got around Christmas, and we just lay that down. We lay down the Xbox on the table, and then we're able to project onto the front wall of the living room Well, on the primary wall. It's hard to do directions with living rooms. So the projector is on the bookshelf with the movies behind the futon, set up high enough where people's heads don't cover it up. Problem is, with these $53 projectors, you can't control the size of the projection. It's relative to the distance. So throw up an equation on the screen where size of the projection is equal to the distance of the projector from the projected wall.
Sure.
Sure,
And-
I'll do that.
It's easy. It's called projection angle.
So we're projecting from the back wall onto the front wall, from the front to the back.
So it's
The reason for
gigantic
that,
and it's 4K.
it's not 4K, it's 480p. You can see the pixels, but it still works as long as you're not trying to read things that are smaller than subtitles. So it's for nighttime viewing. We had company over at like midnight last night just because we wanted to show it off. So we had some people over watching Mystery Science Theater on Netflix. So I'm just excited. It's fun. It's not incredible or high quality or anything, but it's cool. I also played them the clip off Facebook of us arguing about Andromeda, and they were laughing.
Should have played them that clip where you tried to hug Alex with your sword in Minecraft.
Oh yeah, there's the bad touch.
Yeah.
Speaking of bad touch, let's move on to Hot Mess 3.
Yay! Hot Mess 3. All of you saw it except me.
That rhymed.
Wow, Tristan.
And by
Oh,
Hot Mess
I'm-
3, we mean
I mean
Guardians
Heroes of the
Galaxy 2.
Universe 3, yes.
Oh my god.
Alex, why don't you spearhead this topic?
It's okay, it'll come out on Xbox soon, and then I can watch it.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which isn't a hot mess. I really enjoyed it. Would I say that it's better than the first one? I would not, but I would say it definitely comes close to the first one, if not at least reaching it.
It's a hard comparison to make because they were trying to accomplish two different things.
Yeah.
And all the first one had to do was introduce the characters, put them together, and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one had different goals, so it was hard to top that.
Well, yeah, I think there was more drama in this one because the characters were already together, so you had to create this tension rather than the tension coming from all of them learning to basically fight with each other.
And they tried.
Yeah.
They tried to keep the same humor as in the first one too. At the same time.
Which they did
how-
a really good job.
So do we want to take turns, or do we want to just sort of have a round table?
I think it's just a round table, I think.
Okay, 'cause
triangular table.
My main thought is, it's not a triangle, Tristan. You can set
It's a
three people
trapezoid.
equidistant from each other on a circle if you
Yeah.
just form equilateral triangle
triangle. Yeah,
on the circle.
yeah,
And Tristan's
another
in the middle,
diagram.
and we just spin around.
yeah.
Spin the Tristan.
Yep.
I'm just over in the corner in one of those office chairs spinning.
My heart is spinning.
You spin me
Me
right
round,
baby.
So-
baby, right round.
So you're the kid in the corner in the chair with the dunce hat on for not watching the movie, spinning in a circle.
You know, I mean, yes, but it's not my fault. Except that it's entirely my fault.
Right. My main thought about it is a little bit more in depth than the first thing to bring up. So I'll just say that I enjoyed it, 100% enjoyed it, and I liked who they had cast as the new characters.
I did as well.
Kurt Russell was the big thing. Kurt Russell was amazing. He's always amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thoughts before we get real deep, is just I enjoyed it. I liked who they cast for those two additional roles and also the increase of prominence for whatever her name is. Nova.
Nebula.
Nobula
Oh my gosh.
in Hot Mess 3. I'm done. I'm going to wait till we get more in depth to share my final thought because I approve of it. It's got 2 thumbsticks up for me.
You know who Kurt Russell is really reminding me of with his looks, though, at this point?
The dude.
Jeff Bridges, yeah. I was thinking the whole entire movie, I'm like, I wonder what it would be like if Jeff Bridges was the guy.
We were watching it, and Gina, who is not very happy with the fact that I'm better at knowing who the actors and actresses in front of me are, and she has the hardest time. We're watching it, she goes, "Wait, is that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Kurt Russell." She's like, "Oh, I was gonna say Jeff Bridges."
I mean, he like without the beard, he looks like Jeff Bridges just without a beard at this point because the hair, their hair is so similar at this point. The humor, I think, was really on point. and this one. And there was like a lot of times, like you see the trailers, and the trailer that they had, which was Groot learning what button to press or not to press on the bomb, was so hilarious. You always wonder if that was the best one, but there's so much better humor in there than the bomb scene.
Yeah, I agree with you. The bomb was funny, but it wasn't the best scene by far.
The music's on par again. I love the music that they've done with the two Guardians of the Galaxy. We saw the Ragnarok trailer beforehand. I went with my friend Steven, who's kind of been on the live stream a little bit, and he said he's really noticed that since the first Guardians of the Galaxy, the music that they've had on the trailers for Marvel movies has been really good since then.
I did like the musical choice for Thor Ragnarok, and I'm excited for that as well. I really, really want to just talk about Thor Ragnarok and stuff like that in the later dates.
Mm-hmm. The last thing I want to point out is I found this out because Steven showed me. Apparently, the movie kind of subtly makes it so that St. Charles, which is my hometown, St. Charles, Missouri, is the hometown of Peter Quill.
Represent!
Before, one of my comic book friends said that they said it was Missouri, but they never really said the city, and then now the movie kind of makes it so that St. Charles is the hometown. So now we have something going. Now we need to put that on the signs.
Put what on the signs?
Home of Star-Lord. Hometown of Star-Lord.
Who's Star-Lord?
Come on, guys.
I'm kidding.
Remember he said that when he was just like, I forget the guy's name.
I think his name's like Star Prince or something.
Yeah.
I really, really thought that Star-Lord was born in Riverside, Iowa.
I don't know. I saw something online saying it was St. Charles.
Yeah, Riverside, Iowa. Let's see. His father died, and his mother got remarried, and then he stole a car that fell off a cliff, and then he joined Starfleet.
Wow.
Okay.
Wrong movie there.
Captain Kirk.
It took me a second to catch up what you were talking about until you got to the farther part, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Breadcrumbs.
Oh,
that was brought up too when I told other people about the whole hometown, and someone posted the picture of the sign there that's like the future birthplace of Captain James T. Kirk. And so I was like, you know what? In 200 years, when that actually comes around, I wonder how many people name their child James T. Kirk.
I like the whole thing where people will... It would be very music. I like when people name their kids after a celebrity, but it's like celebrity first name, celebrity last name, then their real last name.
Yeah.
Of course, we have a notable figure in our history who was named like that. Martin Luther King Jr. and Sr. There's no joke there. He was named after Martin Luther, the Reformation.
Yeah.
So
and he helped
we're just going to have like James T. Kirk Jones.
No, I will not name my kid that.
James T. Kirk Whiting.
That might happen.
And Malachi's son will be named James T. Kirk Whiting.
What? Whoa. 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 What?
I'd watch that movie.
James T. Kirk Whiting Carson.
I ship it.
Oh,
I ship it too.
No. God, no. Why do you guys do this to me?
It's easy.
Malachi, what did you think of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
I really enjoyed it. They pulled some nice stuff that I was like, oh, did not see that. Cool. Because one of the things they spoiled in the trailer, and I was like, why would you give that in a trailer? You idiots. They had a few surprises, which was nice. Quite a few. Did enjoy it quite a bit. Probably go see it again.
Yeah. There was a lot in the trailer where you're like, oh, is this the story? And then you watch the movie, you're like, this was not the story.
No, the one... Can I specifically point it out? Because it was in the trailer.
If it was in the trailer, it's not a spoiler.
Yeah, when Dad came down the ship, he's like, I'm your dad. And you're just like, why would you give that in a trailer?
Because they wanted people to be excited for Kurt Russell.
No! It's just like, why would you give that in a trailer? I don't care, it's Kurt Russell. It's like...
Isn't his dad
Big
supposed
deal.
to be dead? In, like,
No, his dad
every
was just-
storyline?
His dad was just missing in the movie, at least.
Well,
But
Yeah,
the
all
thing
the
is,
comic book storylines, he's dead.
if they don't tell us who Kurt Russell's playing, it's going to be real hard for him to go on talk shows, which he was on Conan, talking about the movie.
Do I care
He
about
has
that?
to be secret until everyone's seen it. And then he goes, yeah, hi, everyone. No, this Kurt freaking Russell, they've got to do something.
I mean, they kind of foreshadowed it at the end of the first one when the Ravagers were talking. They're like, yeah, it's a good thing we didn't deliver him to his dad. Yeah, that guy's a jackass. So you kind of had to figure either he was going to show up at some point, or what's the point of saying that, like, of bringing up his dad?
Yeah.
Also, picture Kurt Russell going on talk shows and being like, yeah, I'm on Guardians of the Galaxy. Can't tell you who it is. Wink.
I like that his dad's name is Jason, but it's J''S''O''N.
What?
His name's whatever he wants it to be.
According to the fictional character biography on Wikipedia, the father of Peter Quill is Jason, or J''S''O''N.
That's not what his name is in the movie.
Oh.
Anyways,
Well.
it was good. Probably gonna go see it again.
I do want to.
I would like to see
it's
it
just
again.
a matter of babysitting.
All three of us, let's join up and go see it.
Yeah, we should do that, but
We
like
should
not
take
where Tristan can
with-
go.
No, well, no.
But not where it's Tristan can go.
We'll meet up in Kirk's birthplace where Alex lives.
It-
Okay, I want to get in depth. Do you guys want to get in depth on this without spoiling anything?
No, because you're
I don't know how you can get in depth
time.
without spoiling.
Yeah, he's trying to make the episode go long, man.
It's fine. It's not much. It's just one of the biggest strengths of the movie is how character-driven it is. And I will always sing the praises of a movie that's character-driven.
Okay.
All the plots, for the most part, are about the characters. Anything action-related is driven by the characters themselves. The conflicts come from the characters, and I love that. However, did anything change as a result of any of these character growths?
Yes.
We're not anywhere different than we were at the end of the first one, now that we've reached the end of the second one. Rocket has his storyline, it's resolved. Peter has his storyline, it's resolved. Nebula and Gamora have their storyline, it's resolved.
I mean,
and all these
kind of
conflicts
resolved.
were introduced from the beginning of Volume 2. Not really teased too much in Volume 1, except like Peter wants to know who his dad is, but there's more about Peter that they reveal in Volume 2 about what he wants. By the end of Volume 2, it is taken care of. There's no storyline concerning Groot. He's just growing up. There's no real storyline for Drac except that he thinks that Mantis is ugly. No, Rocket has his problem that he's dealing with, and then by the end of it, he's dealt with it. Peter has a duality in his problem between two people. It's resolved by the end of the movie. Nothing's changed. He's still going to be Peter Quill. And then the only thing that changed with Gamora and Nebula is at the beginning of the movie they go, oh yeah, Nebula doesn't like Gamora. And then by the end of it, the
Nebula
storyline's
still
done
doesn't
with-
like
by
Gamora.
the end of it, let's spoil it for everyone.
I'm not going to spoil it because it doesn't matter. By the end of it, that plot line's done. So what actually changed?
Other than
They have a group of people on there going after them now.
Sure, but they always do. I'm not criticizing the movie on the whole. I liked it. I liked that it was character-driven. I liked that they had these conflicts that were character-driven and nothing happened on screen that a character did not cause in some way. Rocket Raccoon. But it's just like the Iron Man storyline. The Iron Man storyline. They kept teasing to it and nothing ever happened. Right, Tristan?
Nothing ever happens. He needs a hug, and no one's giving it to him.
It's just like that. That's the way that Marvel's doing their character arcs right now. And it's the way they've always done their character arcs.
They're
Is
stasisizing everything.
yes, nothing changes. They're like, yeah, Iron Man really needs a hug. Captain America hugged him with his fists. Iron Man still needs a hug. Someone else is going to hug him with his fists. He's going to beat the crap out of them, and then he doesn't feel better.
I don't know. I feel like with the Rocket storyline, he now understands himself a little bit more, and Peter understands him now, like why he does what he does. I don't feel like it's the whole Iron Man thing, because I think they actually now understand each other better, while nobody still understands Tony Stark.
It's two examples of on the extreme ends of the same problem. Iron Man was teasing towards a plot line that Malachi is going to disappear getting ants in my pants, so he's going to go hump his computer. So the Iron Man plot line is let's tease. Someone else deal with it. With Guardians of the Galaxy, it was creating self-contained problems and then solving them in the same movie. but the camaraderie of the group didn't really change. Their dynamic didn't really change. I totally understood what was going on with Rocket pretty early on in the movie. It's resolved in the movie. It's not going to play into a future movie. It wasn't introduced in a previous movie. It's not going to play into a later movie.
Here's the problem. Here's the reason why I see that. The reason that a lot of these movies are now becoming essentially standalones, where they're not as connected as they were in the past, or as other movies are, is the fact that Marvel has started to just, you're the director for this movie. Okay, the next movie we're going to have a different director. If you keep doing different directors, the director who did the last movie isn't going to have storylines continue because they're not doing the next movie.
I will cede the point. It was just something that stuck out to me. At the end, I was like, that was some beautiful character-driven story. There was some great storylines with all these characters, especially the one with Quill. But nothing changed. And I guess that's just the way that comic books are in the first place. If you want a standalone issue, you've got your overarching plot, and then you've got your self-contained plot. I just wanted to bring it up. I wanted to see if anyone else listening agreed with me on that. You can let us know. And then maybe there's future discussion on that. So Malachi really wants to be done so he can work on his computer.
Yes, I have 2 terabytes to fill. Wink, wink.
It's a lot of porn.
You'll fill 2 terabytes of porn in no time flat.
Don't fill it with anything from yourself.
It's his computer. He's not sending it to us.
As long as they don't stick it in the disk drive.
He's sending it to me.
It's starting to blossom.
Anyways,
okay, I think that was a good discussion.
Yeah, I think that's alright, everyone.
2.5 thumbsticks up.
3 thumbsticks up.
Oh!
I went N64 on it. Or no, N64 still only had 2. I'm counting the C buttons.
2 thumbsticks on a computer?
Sure, I'm going to hype something that's not really a big deal. So I'm going to Mega 64 it.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, see you guys later.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Hey, you forgot to my hashtag goodbye.
What?
Hurry up and say it then.
Hashtag goodbye.
You shut up with the shut up.
Bye.
Oh my
Bobbity
god.
bobbity whoopity.
Like,
Bobbity-boopy.
I'm putting together my PC here in like 2 minutes. It's gonna be a monster. It's gonna be so gorgeous. And no,
Wow,
Tristan,
Malachi.
you can't touch it.
Bullshit.
Can't touch it.
Now I can put my pants back on.
Keep your grubby fingers off my face.
Why do you need to put your pants back on just because we're done recording?
Because otherwise it wouldn't have been a no pants podcast.
Yeah.
Were his pants on beforehand is the question.
They were on, and then I took them off for the podcast,
My
and now I put
question-
them back on.
My question
Mine
is...
were on beforehand.
Do people wear pants? Like, is that a thing?
It's a thing you do before you go out in public, sure, but when you're at home, what's the point?
Wait,
And is it before or after nap time?
even public? What?
All I know is that I don't have to go to the bathroom anymore.
Oh, God.
Also, that window is square. My head is round.
There
Not
are
for long.
lots of walls.
I'm going to remix you if you do that.
I
wait,
see some
there's
walls
one ceiling.
and some ceilings.
Kill the Reds,
Wait,
kill the Reds, kill the Reds!
just one ceiling.
You are a good person, and people say nice things about you.
Not a morale boost, moron. A physical one.
If you guys talk in stereo, I'm going to have to remix you.
Well, you know, we've already moved on to Andromeda.